When it comes to the New York Knicks, I can be a very happy guy or a pissed off guy. Lately, for the past 6 or 7 weeks, I've been pretty pissed off. Why? Let's run down the facts. One, the team has won only 7 of their last 20 after winning 5 of their first 6. Two, the coaching has become inadaptable and rigid. Three, the players have devolved from a group that worked for the benefit of the whole into a meritocracy of shitheads hell bent on grabbing the brass ring here and now that they're throwing up bad shot after bad shot after bad shot. And who's to blame on for and four, right now they're losing to the Bucks with one of their worst lineup configurations. And Now, who's to blame for this? Half of it is blamed on the players for being this arrogant and stupid. The other half is on Tin Man Thibodeau. As I mentioned in my original rant, I think the son of a bitch's biggest flaw is that he's tunnel vision. This team is not playing like a top tier defensive squad anymore. They have become too much attack oriented, regressing back to what they were during the Jackson era. And we all know how much of a heap of shit they were back then. That being said, the other problem I think the Knicks are suffering from. Now, today, I say it's the worst lineup they've put out to date because three of their players are out for COVID protocol reasons: RJ Barrett, Obi Toppin, and Alec Burks. To be fair, COVID protocols, not going to blame the coach or the players for that. But what I will blame Thibodeau for is the fact that for over a couple of weeks now, he has not bothered to put either Kemba Walker or Taj Gibson back in the rotation. How long is Gibson's suspension if that's the case with him? I get Kemba's lack of productivity is what got him removed from the rotation, but why is Taj still out of the rotation, huh? That's what I like to know. Seriously. Why is Taj out of the rotation? What did he do to get himself punished to that severity? Outside of the fact he got ejected from that game against Chicago. Right now, it's halftime in New York. They're down 13 of the Bucks, 61-48, because they got out of the box slow. Again, I blame this on Tin Man Tunnel Vision Thibodeau. Everyone remembers my original rant where I went off on him for being cut from the same cloth as General Ironwood, whose semblance, metal, gave him hyper focus and hardwired his brain to make one decision to making decisions. But the trade-off was he sinks so deep into it, it leads to tactical tunnel vision. And anyone who's been watching Ruby like I have would and have kept backtracks on it since its start, even though I didn't start watching it constantly until Volume 4, would know, but have gone back and watched Volumes 2 and 3 at least, would know that the guy's metal, off his decision making, often, through his semblance, often meant he couldn't see the forest for the trees. And in a way, Thibodeau is that same manner. He hasn't realized yet that his team has devolved from one of the best defense-minded squads into a full-blown attack-oriented squad again, hasn't opened his eyes. He needs to refocus his team on defense. But again, he is so committed to trying to fight back from beneath, it's led to him having tunnel vision. And it's blown up more often than not in his face, especially when he takes too damn long to make substitutions. Especially when he puts in guys he knows that are having bad shooting nights. Friday was an example of this. Instead of pulling Randall, Barrett, and Burks out, he left them in, and none of them could make either the game tying or game winning shots in the final minute of that game with the Raptors. Go with players you know have good shooting nights, Tibbs, not your star power at that point. And personally, any of the Knicks would be lucky if they even make this year's All Star cut because the way they're playing, not happening. That's not happening. And unless they can turn the ship around. But I think the best way to turn the ship around, aside from getting them back to the defensive basics, is, and I hate to say this, getting rid of you, Thibodeau, because you've become that which you despise. Someone who is so tunnel visioned and focused on one goal and one goal alone. That's hurt the team more than it helps. You are so rigid when it comes to tactics, offensively and defensively. You haven't put Taj back in the lineup. You haven't put Kemba back in the lineup. Hasn't what they've gone through the past couple of weeks been punishment enough? Put them back in the damn rotation. Or this is going to get fucking worse. I mean, one thing I would do by trade deadline, ship Fournier out and get Reggie Bullock back. That guy was a defensive bulldog. Was a good 3-and-D bulldog. Reggie couldn't shoot worth a damn most nights, but he could hound players with the ball. But he could hound players that had the ball. But alas, no. You're nothing but a tunnel visioned lunatic, Thibodeau. You're a tin man who's become more a machine than a man. You don't have a heart. And I know what you're going to think. Just tell me. Hearts and minds may not agree, and emotions topple strategy. You honestly you can't believe, in all honesty, that these children can't win a war, let alone a basketball game. That's what you think when I'm starting to spit this out at you. Your metal is not working anymore, Tibbs. Listen to reasoning that's not yours, that's not your own, and pull your head out of your damn ass. That's all I gotta say about this shit. Leave a comment, smash the like, sub to the channel. I got nothing more to say right now.